we are going to solve this inequality. There are variables on both sides. So the first step is to get the variables on the left side. So basically, I'm going to minus this 2x over. I now have 5x minus 2x is 3x. I have minus 12. I have a greater than sign. And wait a second. That leaves me 0. Because it cancels and leaves me nothing. It's okay to have 0. 0 is a number. Now, I need to get this negative 12 over. So how do I get the negative 12 over? I do the opposite. If I add 12 over here, it cancels. So I have to add 12 over here. I now have 3x is greater than 12. How do I get the 3 off the x? I divide it, because that's 3 times x. So you get it off by dividing. Opposite of multiply is divide. So this is x, and this would be 4. Now, did I divide by negative? No. So I do not flip the sign. The sign stays like that. Now, how would I graph this? There's 0. If I want to graph x is greater than 4, I first put a dot at 4. Now, is my dot open or closed? It is an open circle because it's just greater than. And follow the arrow. Which way does the arrow go? To the right. Now, x is greater than 4. Are all these values that are green greater than 4? Yes. Everything to the right of 4 is greater than 4. That is the graph. And this is the answer. Okay, number 2. I want to solve this, so I want to get in on the left side. So I got to get rid of this negative 3n. Sorry, I got to get rid of this 3n, so I'm going to minus 3n. Cancel it. But I got to do that to both sides. That gives me negative 2n. Minus 2 is less than 10. So again, the first step was to move the n to the left side. Now, to get this negative 2n by itself, I have to get rid of this minus 2. The opposite of a minus 2 is a plus 2. It's gone. Got to do it to both sides. Add 2. That leaves me a negative 2n over here. And 10 plus 2 is 12. How do I get that negative 2 off the n? I divide by negative 2. Thus it disappears. That leaves me n, and 12 divided by negative 2 is negative 6. Do I flip the sign this time? Yeah. Yes, I divided by a negative, so the sign actually flips. Okay, let's make a number line and graph this. This is 0. Negative 6 would be over here. This is saying n is greater than negative 6. Open or close circle? Open because it's just a greater than. And which side of that dot is greater? The right side. Or don't you just follow the arrow? It's so cool. Those arrows point to where you need to go. There's your answer. All values greater than negative 6 are right there. For instance, 0 is greater than negative 6. Anything on the right side of that dot is greater than negative 6. Okay. Number 3. I want to solve this one. The first step is to simplify each side. So I'm going to distribute negative 3. That gives me negative 12. And that gives me negative 3 times negative 2x is positive 6x. Less than or equal to. And then can I combine these two right here? Combine like terms? Yeah. What's a negative 7 and a 4? Isn't that negative 3? And then the 6x has nothing to combine with. 6x is all by itself, has nothing to combine with. Okie dokie. And now, let's get the x's to the left side, so let's minus the 6x over. Hey, wait, what happens here? Doesn't it cancel as well? What? We have negative 12 is less than or equal to negative 3. Wait, did all the x's disappear? When all the x's disappear, there's something kind of went wrong. So the answer is either no solutions or all solutions. So, is this a true or false statement? Is negative 12 less than or equal to negative 3? Is that a true statement? That is a true statement. So what that means is my answer is all real numbers. Meaning, if we were to graph this, again, everything dropped out. It means my answers are all real numbers, which means, basically, if you shaded your number line, it'd be everything. Is that okay? All numbers make this true. No matter what number I plug into this equation, or this inequality, it'll come out true. So, if all your x's drop out, and you're left with a true statement, it's all real numbers. If you're left with a false statement, it'd be no solution. Okay, let's do one more. Number 4 here. I first have to distribute right here. This one has nothing to combine over here, so 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times negative b is negative 2b. Can I combine anything on each side? No. So let's move this b over. So add the 2b over. What happens here? Do they cancel again? Yeah, they both cancel again. I now have 4, because that's left, and a 12. Is 4 greater than or equal to 12? Is 4 greater than or equal to 12? Isn't that false? What did I just say earlier? If it's false and everything drops out? Isn't that no solution? If everything drops out, it's called a no solution. This is what it would look like on a number line. Done. It'd be a number line with nothing shaded. Because are there any answers? No. No matter what you put in for B, it'll never work. Again, for both these problems right here, this one, it came out to be true. This came out to be false. False is no solutions. True is infinite or all real numbers. That is when the variables drop out. Otherwise, your answer will be simply n or x, or the variable is greater than or equal to a number, and then you want to graph it depending on which direction to shade.